And when I became president, I said, do not destroy my country and do not destroy Oriang. Otherwise, we book kaput. You know, however or whatever the arguments of the human rights are, by count, by physical surrender, they numbered about 1 million, although the original computation was 3 million. There are about, to me, 3 million drug addicts reduced to slavery who are now rendered inutile because their brains are racked up. And they cannot be productive citizens. And you have reduced them into slaves because they have to get the chemical called shabu every day of their lives, nothing more. And that is why I said, if you destroy my country, my God, I will kill you. And if you destroy our daughters and sons, we are not rich. Some of us could barely send our children to school. I don't know why this is so, but God can answer that question. Maybe it's part of the universal equation of how things are. Nobody can explain that. It's only when you die and begin to understand. When you travel the universe after, and you soar into the place where God is, then maybe the answer is there. But in the meantime, I cannot just sit there and pray all day. I pray, and I said, go out. That is my order to the military and police. Go out, destroy the apparatus, the organization. If you have to kill, by all means kill. And there's only one everywhere, the same philosophy, is that you can only kill if your life is also in danger. So if the enemy wants to kill you, then feel free to kill him first. It's just one squeeze of a trigger. But I do not go to my troops and say, be patient, wait for the idiot to draw his gun, because between the drawing and the gun and pointing it at somebody is just a matter of seconds. The human rights people have brought me to ICC, and the problem, I said, I just kept quiet all along because I was a prosecutor. I said, and I knew my law. Would you believe it? No lawyer at all, near or far from me, officially or privately, had the idea of what my defense would be. So I just kept quiet. But when the time came for me to talk, I said, you know, you idiots there, you can never acquire jurisdiction over my person, not in a million years. Why? Because they simply forgot. And that was really a blessing. You know, in all democratic countries, we do not pass laws that are sub rosa. We do not do it a decree secretly. You publish a law, that there is a law which says that it is wrong, and this is your punishment. Without that, how can you now say that, oh, no, ignorance of the law excuses no one? Then the guy must realize that there is a law, but if you are ignorant of it, then there's no law at all, because they failed to publish it in the official gazette. The Rome Statute talks about international court, talks about the office of prosecutors, and talks about the office of the line agencies under their command. But in the Philippines, it is important that before a law becomes a law, from the concurrence, we have to concur with the statute, with the agreement. You have to go to the president for his signature. Then the papers goes to the Senate for concurrence. Then you send it back to me so that I can order the Bureau of Printing to print the law and publish it. What they did was, after the signing of the agreement by the senators, because of their eagerness, they flew to Rome and attached supposedly the law binding the Philippines now as a member. But I just kept quiet. You know, there are lawyers here. In the morning when I was a prosecutor, when I look at the papers, the first thing that I would ask myself is, do this court have jurisdiction over the case? So what are the elements? Publication is very important. Without publication, our Supreme Court said there is no law at all. And so I was just letting them, but I said, go ahead, you criticize me. I said, I just dismiss it with a nonchalant because they thought I was a madman. I was a despot. Well, I said, go ahead and investigate. And the time came that they said they would now publish it, and the indictment, and it go to the UN. And I said, told my countrymen, do not believe in those idiots. They're a bunch of ignorant people. And so that's what happened. You did not publish the law. So how do you suppose you can prosecute me? There is no law, because if there is no publication, then the Constitution applies. In that document, the Constitution, which is binding to all, it is the Bible of every community, international countries who believe in democracy. You have rules, the Constitution, and it's a sacred one. In there says that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the protection of that Constitution. So how would this apply to me? I am now being charged of violating human rights. There is no such crime in the revised penal code about what is extrajudicial killing. This murder, homicide, everything, but extrajudicial killing is very, very foreign to us. Well, anyway, I said, in my case,